Hello everyone, I'm Ihoa, 26 years old. I have a little boy and I'm expecting my second baby. Right now, I live with my parents in a small mountain village in northern Vietnam. Today, come spend a simple day with me as an expecting mom in the Vietnamese countryside. From gathering wild vegetables, picking bamboo shoots, and cooking a homemade family meal to working in the fields, the day ends with a peaceful afternoon rain. I went to pick rao ran, a wild edible fern that grows naturally in damp places such as along streams, irrigation canals, and forest edges. When freshly picked, it has a slightly slimy texture, but that disappears once it is cooked. In Vietnam, this fern is commonly stir-fried or made into a fresh salad, and both dishes are delicious. In the countryside, most families grow vegetables in their own gardens or gather wild greens that grow naturally. Because of this, we rarely need to buy vegetables for our daily meals. I only pick enough for today's meal because this fern tastes best when it's fresh. If I harvest too much and leave it for later, it will wilt and won't taste as good. After that, my mom and I headed into the forest to pick bamboo shoots. The place we went is near a long-established plantation, so the walk is fairly easy. It only takes about 30 minutes to get there from home. I found the first bamboo shoot. It looks like we're going to have a good harvest today. Stay with me and let's see how many bamboo shoots we can collect before we head home. I thought we would find a lot of bamboo shoots today, but it didn't turn out that way. They were only growing in the damp areas, and my mom couldn't find any more higher up the hill. So we decided to head back down and peel the bamboo shoots. We usually peel them in one spot instead of doing it where we find them. That way, we don't have to stand in the forest for too long, where there are lots of mosquitoes and leeches. Once we get home, the bamboo shoots are boiled for about an hour to remove their natural bitterness before they're ready to be cooked. Today, we're making stuffed bamboo shoots, a simple homemade dish that's popular in many parts of northern Vietnam. The filling is easy to prepare. We use ground pork, preferably with a little extra fat because it makes the filling more tender and flavorful. Then we mix it with finely chopped Vietnamese coriander. If we don't have any, chopped green onions work well too. After that, we crack in an egg and mix everything together until well combined. Finally, we carefully stuff the filling into each bamboo shoot. Then we cook them for another 30 minutes. Since they need to simmer for quite a while, we use a wood-fired stove to save cooking gas. And here's our stir-fried wild fern, made with the fresh fern shoots I picked earlier this morning. Because they're so fresh, they stay tender and delicious after cooking. After lunch, my mom and I headed back to the hillside to clear the weeds in our sugarcane field. My parents also grow a variety of fruit trees here, including pomelos, sapodillas, persimmons, and a few dragon fruit plants. Even among the sugarcane, they've planted a few pomelo trees to make the most of the land. The grass has grown quite thick because this area hasn't been cleared for a while. Sugarcane takes about a year to grow before it's ready to harvest. Once it's harvested, it's usually sold to local juice vendors, who press the fresh sugarcane into a sweet drink that's very popular in Vietnam. As it got close to evening, a light rain began to fall, so my mom and I decided it was time to head home. When we got home, I found my dad and my son happily playing together. Meanwhile, my mom took a moment to cut some corn leaves to feed the cows. Dark clouds slowly filled the sky, and the rain soon became much heavier. Thank you so much for spending the day with my family in the Vietnamese countryside. I hope this video brought you a few peaceful and relaxing moments. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.